I wasn't going to say anything, and I sent you a text today, and I was like, we got to talk about this on Anxiety Makes Me Poop. Listen, if you do not like poop stories, change us now. Or actually just wait, because you're going to freaking laugh. All right. We should be sponsored by Poppy.
Poppy?
Apple cider vinegar.
Did Poppy make you poop?
So... I'm not sure.
Poopy poppies?
Poopy poppies. Poppy poopies. So
it is fiber.
You know, I wake up, have a cup of coffee, I poop, I stretch, I get dressed, and I go outside.
Right.
It was, I got the hiccups from my White Claw. And so, no, it's fine. Like, I'm feeling fine, no problems, and I'm like 2 miles in, and that's like far.
Yeah.
Because I do a 5-mile loop.
Right.
So anywhere back is 2 miles if I have to go back.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I think my stomach's starting to hurt. Darn it, I think I'm going to walk it out. And then all of a sudden, it was like, oh my God.
You need to shit
I
right
have
now?
to shit in a cornfield.
And how do you hide?
You
because
don't.
The corn's only this tall.
Because we have soybeans this year. There are no corn. There's no cornfields this year.
Oh, no.
So I'm in the middle of a field. So I am walking, and then it goes away. I'm like, oh, right. Because I already went to the bathroom. You tell yourself this all the time. So anyone that can relate, let me picture like you get stuck in traffic.
Yes.
And you have to go.
Yeah.
Or you're in the middle of a mall.
Meeting.
You can't find the bathroom. You're in the middle of a meeting. And you can't just get up because what if you start to stand up and you fart?
I think of
bridesmaids, right?
It's
all of a sudden they're like,
happening.
Broop, and they're all like running. Okay,
Look away.
Yes. So I'm 2.5 miles now because I was like, I feel better. I'm not going to go back because now I'm halfway through my run. I'm just going to keep looping. So I get into a neighborhood because I do cornfields, soybeans this year.
Yeah.
And I'm running and I'm like, oh no. It's happening again. Like I'm starting to like the sphincter starting to like, you know what I mean? Like do some double time.
It's pulsating.
It's like
can't
you
hold
gotta
it back much longer.
So I'm like, well, there's a gas station coming up. As much as I hate that, and I actually was thinking, I'm not gonna freaking make it.
Oh my God!
But so I go to look, and the gas station's not open yet.
Oh my God!
I can tell there's no lights on.
Yeah.
It's not telling you how much gas is,
Yeah.
which is expensive again.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay.
Oh no!
And then I have to really start walking and working on squeezing the cheeks.
Oh my God!
I was like,
I'm squeezing mine
I
right
know,
now.
I am too. I was sitting there like thinking about it. I'm like, this has number one. I have been running for years. This has never happened to me.
But you've seen other people shit while they were running.
Yes, and I always was like, I would never do that. That would never happen to me. I would make sure I'd find. So I start to walk through a neighborhood trying to find a bush.
Oh,
and in my mind,
God.
I'm thinking, every single person has a camera now.
They do.
So I am going to be viral and then get arrested.
Oh my God!
So what's the worst?
Somebody had a woman that kept shitting in their bush
every
morning.
Yes.
So they put up a camera to find out who it was.
Who it was, and it was a woman. She'll never live it down. It's going to come around again because we're talking about it. So I'm like, I can't shit in this bush.
Oh my God.
And then, I'm hearing dogs bark, which means people are getting up. They're drinking their coffee. They're looking outside. Windows are getting open.
You didn't think to call your husband or?
Can you imagine me call? You know what? Actually, the anticipation of calling him and then slowly walking, waiting for him to pick me up, I feel would make it worse.
Really?
Have you ever had that happen?
Yeah.
Where you're close to a bathroom,
Right.
but you're not quite there yet, and it gets worse?
Yes.
It's like your body senses that you're getting closer.
It knows. It's like,
It
you better
knows.
pull those fucking pants down.
Right? And I had running shorts on, so it would have been really easy.
Yeah.
So then there's a trail. And I'm like, I'm going to do it. I have to. I'm not shitting my pants. I'm not shitting my shorts, And now the cramps are starting to come up.
Oh, my God.
I'm like, girl, how much is in your system? Because you already went to the bathroom, And then I'm blaming the creamer. I forgot there was a poppy the day before. I had a vegan brat. I'm like, it could have been, you start going through all these different anything.
Yeah.
So I go through the trail, and I'm thinking that it's a long trail because it's been like that for years. No, it's all cut down, and you can see the person's backyard now.
Oh my God!
So I'm like, oh, this is it. And then I kind of like start to sweat, right? Then your cheeks are sweating. So then I'm not sure if it's like leaking or if I'm sweating. because now
This is so
everything's
terrible.
sweating.
This is
It was
so
the
terrible.
longest 20 minutes of my life.
Oh my God.
And then, I mean, the body's sweating. And then then you almost get nauseous, right?
Yes.
Because you're your body's like, we have to release these toxins, you know?
Yeah.
And oh my God. So I get back to the road and I'm like, just keep going. And I couldn't hold it.
Oh no.
So I didn't know how much happened. It was like having the stomach flu.
Oh my God.
And maybe a little like wet fart, you
Oh
know?
no.
But because I was sweaty from running and sweaty from just stressing, I couldn't tell how much. And so I'm walking on the road trying to
my
get
God.
home. And I'm like, this is going everywhere. It's going everywhere. This is disgusting. What the hell just happened to my stomach? And I'm thinking to myself, it's going to start dripping. Like everything that you can think of is going through my mind, right? I'm like, I'm gonna have it on my leg. It's gonna be inside
and you're
places
like, and
it
it
shouldn't
didn't
be.
even rain. I can't blame
And
the
I
mud.
can't blame the mud. There's nowhere. It was beautiful out. It was sunny. And then I'm approaching people that are walking their dogs.
Oh no! And
This
the
is a
dog is
nightmare.
like, "Let me smell your butt."
Oh,
There's
and this
poop
one
there.
lady that I usually see starts having the dog walk towards me. I'm thinking to myself, she's gonna smell shit on me.
Oh,
she's
my
gonna, And I'm
God.
thinking to myself, is this cute white fluffy dog? And I just kind of like keep walking. I go, good morning, and I just keep walking. And I'm like, oh God, dog, please don't sniff my ass. Please don't sniff my ass. And I'm walking, and the lady was like, oh, like she could tell that I like didn't stop. I just was like, walking. I usually say hi, and then like around the corner, someone else comes, and I'm just like, what
Why
is
is
happening?
everybody out
Why
right
is everyone
now?
out? It was early. I'm like, I needed peace and quiet, and someone's pulling their garbage out. I'm like, and the wind, I'm like, they smell me and they know that I shit my pants.
Stop it. Nobody
I must have passed like 4 or 5 people because we have like this friendly neighborhood. And it was the worst feeling. And then there was like, when I was picturing to myself, I'm thinking of all this stuff. I was picturing myself being a baby when you start to cry when you fill your diaper because it gets like annoying, So then I'm thinking to myself, it's getting annoying. I had 2 miles to walk home.
Oh my God.
And I was getting like a weird feeling. I'm like, that's a fucking piece of corn, isn't it?
From your vegan brat.
I thought to myself, you're disgusting.
Oh my God.
Truth be told, it wasn't, thank goodness. But Steve has his physical therapy in the morning. So I looked at the time and I'm like, oh, thank God he is not home.
Yeah.
It's, it's past 7:00. Physical therapy starts at 7. I'm just going to get into the garage, walk right to the shower.
Yeah.
Whatever happened, happened.
Yeah.
And never tell anyone except for every single person that listens to this podcast about it. And you. And I open the garage door and I start to walk in and he opens the door.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, hey,
why are you here?
Hi. And I'm like, why are you here? Yeah. And he was like, oh, it's not till 8. And I'm like, oh my God. And he's standing there because he likes to greet me like, how was your run? And I'm like, good. I'm just standing in the garage.
Wait, have you not told him this yet?
No.
Oh,
I'm going to have him listen. I'm going to have him listen.
God.
And I was like, hey. And he was like, oh, I just have to get to the bathroom. I washed my arm. He was like real clean on his thing. And I was like, okay. And I just stood there.
Yeah, you go in that bathroom.
But he was like being a gentleman, wanting me to walk in, being a gentleman, holding the door for me. I'm like, we'll go. And I could tell I was like crabby. I was just like, get the fuck in the bathroom then. So being the gentleman, he held the door for me and I had to walk past him. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God.
Because you don't even know what your butt looks like in
I
your
don't even
shorts.
know what I look like. I didn't look down. I didn't do anything.
Like, you're like, do I got a big duty spot on my
I
butt
don't know.
right now?
Do I have to lie to my husband and say, I fell in the mud? There's no mud.
And
it's
he's
dry
like, really?
as a desert here.
Because that looks like it's coming straight out your butthole.
And I thought if he says something, or if I hear him go, like, what is that? I'm going to say I stepped in dog poop.
Oh,
I'm thinking of all these lies.
Oh, God.
So I walk right to the shower. I'm just like, how bad is it? Okay, it wasn't that bad. It still happened.
Like one little skid mark.
It was like one little tiny little pebble. But it was gross.
But it was all sweaty in your butt.
Yes.
Oh, God.
I was like, this is the most disgusting thing. I can't wait to tell a million people.
God, that is so funny.
It was the worst. It was the worst. And then it reminds me of the viral runner right now that says, please don't get my ass. I just shit my pants.
Oh, my God.
And I mean, I'm thinking that was a full on, you know what I mean? So thank goodness it was a little bit.
Yeah.
But now I have the fear. Like I'm meeting a friend tomorrow morning. What if it happens again?
Oh, my God.
So I haven't had a poppy all week.
Have you ever thought about just bringing a backpack with some extra shorts in it and maybe some wet wipes?
I should. But where would I have done that? I would have been in trouble for crapping in someone's yard.
Yeah.
And then indecent exposure, I'm sure, because everyone's got a camera. Like, what do you do?
Yeah.
So I'm sure that there's people out there that have shit themselves sitting in traffic or. Okay. I was on a road trip with my friend Jory on our way to Dave Matthews in Seattle, Washington at the Gorge.
Okay.
Many years ago.
And you were driving from Illinois to
and we
Seattle,
decided
Washington.
to do a road trip. We had a week
Get
off.
out.
And we were just like, we're doing it, you know, got to know each other, had a great time. It was beautiful. And we had stopped because we were getting a little tired. And we had stopped and I walked into a restroom and I looked down and did I tell you about this? And there were drips of shit. Drips of shit. All the way into the women's bathroom. And I walked in and I was like, oh my God, this poor person, whatever's happening, you know? And I could hear her going, oh my God. Oh my God. And she's grabbing all like you could hear, like you just hear just how horrible everything must have been. And I said, I have baby wipes in the car. And she was like, oh my God, please, I'm a mess. I said, no problem. I'll be right back. I went and grabbed baby wipes for her. So I should bring like a baby wipe with because I think she was like.
Because at least you could just fucking stick your hand down the back, you know, your crack and like give it a quick wipe with a baby wipe and like toss it. And at least get your butt clean.
Oh my God, it was the worst
So it wasn't
feeling.
all sweaty, but then it'll be wet too. I don't know.
Oh, I mean, you know what? It couldn't have been any worse than what I was feeling.
Yeah.
But thank goodness it was just an itty bitty little thing. So I can still say I shit my pants though.
You thought it was corn.
But I thought it. I was like, something's feeling weird. Oh my God, is that corn?
God, that is so funny.
Terrible.
That is so funny.
It was terrible. It was the worst.
Yeah.
So if you're having a really rotten day, I'm gonna take the trophy for that one. I had a really weird start to my morning.
Oh boy.
And then I did have a stomach ache for like even this morning. I woke up, I was like, oh, I feel weird.
Yeah.
So I think it's the poppies. So be careful there.
Did you drink more poppy since then?
No.
No.
So I'll see how my run goes tomorrow morning. And if it still happens, then maybe it's just a little something like a little bug, you know?
Yeah, because I've drank plenty of poppy. It's never made me poop.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of that I did different. And I love them. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on with me. I mean, it could have been a little of like a little flu or a little, you know, too much cheese of some sort.
Yeah.
I did change my creamer out because we were talking about creamer on the Clopin last week. And I bought the more natural one.
Good for you.
But since then, I think maybe it's been a little, so maybe I'll just go back to the fake stuff. Maybe my body's used to it.
Creamer poopies
I got creamer poopies, maybe. Wow. I can't even believe that I shared that. But
I fully enjoyed that story.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. I couldn't wait to tell you.
That's awful. But at the same time, we can laugh about it now. I can. I don't know.
No, I'm definitely laughing about it. Everything's clean. Everything's fine. Here's another thing, though. I got home after these cramps, all that, and I was like, oh, I can't wait to at least go to the bathroom. Yeah. You know what I mean? I couldn't go.
You didn't go.
What happened?
Yeah, I don't know. So sometimes you get them farts. So they're kind of like shitty farts.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, it's like gas with some liquids also. But if you don't release your gas, you know where it goes. Right back up into your stomach and out your mouth. Yeah. Yeah.
I think I would rather have the burps on a run than the shits, but I don't know.
Mean,
that was horrible. It's never happened in all the many years I've ever ran.
Yeah.
I've had almosts.
Yeah.
You know, like at a race, I was like, oh, yep. And I had a bush, thank goodness.
Oh.
But you do that in trail running.
Right.
Like if it happens, it
happens. And like people are running by and they're like, hey.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're kind of hiding, but kind of not. I mean, you just, on trail runs, you kind of get used to it and then you can clean yourself up. And
that's wild.
Yeah. Only once.
I could pee outside, no problem, but take a shit outside.
Yeah.
No.
I think it's probably happened 2 times for sure that I can tell at a race.
I would really have to
I mean, I'm talking, these are like 50-mile races.
Right.
There was a 100-mile race in there. Like, you got to go sometime.
Yeah.
And sometimes the porta potty's not nearby and you don't want to run like that. Well, I didn't,
Yeah.
obviously didn't want to have what happened on Monday morning.
Ew, I just imagine someone running and they're like, I'm not stopping. I'm just going to shit while I'm running.
And they do.
And then their feet are like kicking it at the people behind.
Yeah, I cannot even imagine. I know what happens.
And you're like, it hits your lip and you're like, ew, what is this?
I mean, you
corn?
could literally Google how many people have shit themselves, and it will show
Stop.
you many videos of like
That is
one guy
sick.
that like won a race and didn't stop, and it's all down his leg. And
Ew.
to me, it's not worth it.
No.
It's not worth it.
No.
I will squat and sit somewhere.
I'm not
I
that
will,
committed to anything in my
No,
life.
same.
I'm going to stop and shit.
We were just talking about Elvis on the other podcast about how
Yeah.
people, that's their persona, like every day.
Yeah.
Even if I was winning a race,
Yeah.
I would never do
Just
it.
shit
No.
and let it kick off your heels and hit the
Nope.
people behind you.
Nope. Let's ask, how many people have shit themselves? Sorry about all the swear words too, but it's just not as funny if you don't talk like that today. Turn it off if you got kids. Let's find out. You want to do a
Shidded.
quiz real quick? How many people? It's searching the web right now. Hopefully it's like a high number so that I don't feel as bad.
Dude, there's
but what if
gotta
it comes
be-
back as like
But
5?
who talks about it? Who talks about it?
A study of 109 distance runners found that 12% had experienced fecal incontinence mid-run,
Yeah.
actually shitting themselves.
Yeah.
62% had to pause and go
Yeah.
at least once. 47% suffer from that nervous diarrhea before a competition.
Yeah. They
So,
empty out.
That makes me feel a little bit better.
Yeah.
Peeing is another thing. 38% pee while they run. Like that's just yeah.
I feel like that would make your legs all chafy.
Again.
Because you'd be all wet.
Yep.
Ew. I guess if you're a dude, you can just like stick it out the side.
It's saying that among elite athletes, females can actually reach up to 45% incontinence. So they just
Jesus.
go and 20% leak during their run, and some of them just go.
They're like, I'm all hot and
Uh,
sweaty anyways. What's a little pee added
yeah.
to it?
Yeah.
Sick.
Woof. Wow.
Yeah. Glad I'm not a runner. Shitted.
Yikes.
Y'all shitted.
Well, there's that.
Yeah.
And this is why it's called Anxiety Makes Me Poop. Because running also makes me
What
poop.
was
I
that like
guess.
midnight confessions show we used to listen to on the
Oh
radio?
my gosh. That got like, what was the doctor on there that
I
she
don't
would answer
remember.
all the
I don't remember.
Delilah? Was it Nights with Delilah
Stop.
too? Oh,
Delilah, she's
No?
on the light, and I listen
Oh.
to her at Christmas time.
oh! I thought it was like Dr. Delilah. Like, who's the doctor that like they talk about sex and all that kind of?
Doctor, the old doctor with
Ruth?
the glasses. Yeah.
Oh, that's who I was thinking
Dr.
of.
Ruth.
I thought it was Delilah. I thought it was like people would be like, and I
Don't you
love
dare
him," and-
slander Delilah
Sorry,
like
Delilah.
that. No, but Delilah does get letters. She will read letters.
Are they pretty like? Why do I
know.
poop when I run?
No.
They're more like love, right?
I think it's more like, I don't know what to do. Should we continue dating? We have a long distance relationship.
I've never seen his face. I only hear
and
his
she's
voice.
like, girl, go get him.
Aw,
get him.
that's cute.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, well,
Anyways.
anyways,
Don't be shitting yourself.
everyone's like, this is too much information. Too bad. You literally put on Anxiety Makes Me Poop. You're
and she
welcome.
shitted.
Talk to you next time. Bye.
All right, bye.